welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome, guys. Hit that like button. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, guys, I'm trying to wake up. Oh my gosh. So tired. But it's okay. Ready for today. Hit the like button. What up, King Mill in the building? Good morning, Miss Fans. Let's get them likes up. Yes. What up, Aquavision? Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming through. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Yes, man, we got some major Miami Dolphins updates. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys. I was trying to gather them. I was supposed to talk about the cap, but I got to go through the cap a little bit more. There's some stuff we're expecting for the Dolphins to do. These, I would say, between this week and next week, we should see some more moves by the Dolphins that will definitely help out the cap even more. They already did one, and shout out to him. We're gonna talk about it, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and just kind of break down the cap itself. But I need a little bit of time to go through it, so I can make sure I have it all broken down for you guys. But ladies and gentlemen, we do have a few updates right now, and it's actually kind of exciting. Kind of exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It's I'm happy. So hit that like button. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna, give you a little tiny bit of um update about the combine as well. But for the most part, just the general updates of the Dolphins. Obviously, there's a few things we gotta talk about as far as like our major needs and things like that as well. So we're gonna take a look at the roster. Okay. We're gonna take a look at what are the major needs, offense, defense. Actually, that's a great show to do tomorrow. Or should I do that today? Nah, because I already said major news. So we're probably gonna sprinkle it today, and then tomorrow I'll try to talk about specifically, what should we focus on in free agency, which positions, and then which one should we target in the draft? Because not everything we should get in the draft. You know this, guys. You know this. But there's also it's gonna be costly to be able to trying to get certain pieces through free agency because again, it's gonna cost, and we have to worry about our cap situation. So we're definitely gonna go ahead and talk about that. So that Gronk comeback was a big stuff. Yeah, I saw that Aquavision. That kind of I heard about that last night. I was like, yeah, apparently. So real quick, just to start off, apparently Gronkowski wants to come back to the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, after being off for the last 3 years. He feels like he is ready to go. He feels very healthy, and he actually wants to go ahead and see if he can get a spot in a team. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, can you imagine if we went back to the Patriots? That would be interesting, in my opinion. I don't think it'll happen, but it'd be interesting. I think, if a team is trying to get him for league minimum, why not take a flyer? The man is a Super Bowl winner. So yeah, that I don't think that's such a bad thing at all. But I thought it was interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely interesting, and I did hear about that last night. So I thought it was interesting. What's up, AB? True Blazer, welcome. Michael K, one of our awesome members, welcome. King Mill says, just a question: how would you feel if the Dolphins extended Tua? Me, I would hate it. No extra years for Tua. Um. It depends on the context, and I'm gonna put it like that for now because there are multiple things where they can extend to but still get out of the contract. If they want to go ahead and make it contract or cap friendly and try to give themselves a little bit more breathing room now, then yeah, I could see them doing something like that just to spread out, his impact on the cap. But that's probably the only scenario that I can think of. I think this is gonna be the entire regime's last year to really make something happen. And at this point, they're so thirsty that I think either a divisional win or a playoff win will actually get all these guys back next year. That's what I'm thinking. So they're shooting for either one at this point. I really do think so. Especially with what's going on with Mike McDaniel and with Greer. Greer's gonna try to save his tuchus. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. What's up, Andre Green in the building? Happy Wednesday morning, Miss Phins. Thank you so much. Another one of our awesome members, Dolphins to the mind. How you doing? How you doing? Front load the contract? No, because you're trying to make space and room for cap space. So even if you got him and you extended him, maybe give him um more of a signing bonus up front, but spread it out into even more years. You know, you could spread that and essentially be paying for I want to say franchise quarterback, but you can kind of have a rookie quarterback that you believe in, pay him, his rookie contract, and then still be paying Tua. Kind of like how we did with, I don't know if you guys remember the worst contract ever, but I don't know, because right now it's in contention with the ones that Greer did this last offseason, but and Dominican Sue, I mean, we were paying Dominican Sue 6 years after he left the team, 6, 7 years after he left the team. We're still paying Xavier Howard. He didn't play last year, so yeah, so that's something that could be a possibility as far as that goes if it were to be four or two. So yeah. Divisional win. Now that's funny. You never know. Just saying. Good morning, Mr. Paul, Miss Fins, Fins family. Everyone come in, hit that like button, subscribe, support Miss Fins Show. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Armstead restructuring and AB. I said Miami Dolphins contract. Last time I checked, Watson has never been a Miami Dolphin, so can't really speak on his contract right now. But no, I'm referring to Miami Dolphins contract, which is what is here. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started, ladies and gentlemen. So this obviously we're in the middle of the combine, guys. You guys already know the combine is well on its way, ladies and gentlemen. Right now between 2 days ago till March 3rd, it's gonna be the combine. This is over there in Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. If I'm not mistaken, right now they're getting started to do like weights and they're getting ready to start to do some drills and things like that in the combine. So that's interesting. A lot of guys have been looked at as far as for the Dolphins, but when it comes to us, there's just a few things that I find extremely interesting more than anything else. Let me see. Yep. So that's the only thing. Now, let's talk about some major stuff that we need when it comes to the Miami Dolphins offense. Let's just be straight up, okay? We're gonna discuss that right now because right now, um, what do you call it? Uh, where is it? Hold on. Okay, let's do this one. Eight. Okay. So we're gonna talk about our offensive needs, guys, right now. This is pretty much the biggest needs that we have right now, or at least that I can think of right at the top of my head. Safety. We don't have a safety. And as you guys have heard, and I told you that what the kiss of death is, Javon Holland has earned the right to be a free agency. For all intents and purposes, we kind of already knew, excuse me, at the end of the season, the fact that they didn't give him a contract, that he wasn't going to come back to the team. We kind of knew this. We talked about it before. And to be honest with you, it makes sense. He's played kind of mid for the last, this season and last season. So why would we pay him top dollar, which is what he wants, to be able to, I don't know, to just really put us in a bind? Let's just put it that way. Now he had Devon Holland, which again, safety is one of the biggest needs that we have. The man literally said, and I have it here, and I thank God I found it. He literally said he got a list. Javon Holland has a list, ladies and gentlemen, of things he wants from his new team or what he's looking for in free agency. He said he wants a man leading head coach, honest culture, detailed and experienced coaching, a team that wants to win, and leaders that want to lead and set examples by actions, not by their words. Wow. So Javon Holland being drafted in the second round in 2021 by the Dolphins, pick what, 36, called Miami home for the last 4 years, did 57 games, over 300 tackles, 219 solo, 5 sacks, 5 interceptions. Has, in my opinion, talked crap about the, and not my opinion, he literally did talk crap about the fan base and how the fans are, I can't believe you fans. All you guys do is just talk bad and I'm like, we're fans. This is what we're supposed to do. All of that is just to say, I'm looking for this, and this. Oh, okay. I mean, sure, I'm glad that he wants all those things. Why wasn't he one of the leaders being in his fourth year for the team? Hmm? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So right now, Javon Holland, to me, is making absolutely no sense to me because he's claiming he wants certain things when at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, he should have been the one to actually been doing it himself. Period. Period. I mean, I don't understand. So yeah, so Javon Holland right now definitely one of the major stuff to me that I find extremely interesting. And him not returning, good riddance. I almost want to take. You remember when Vic Fangio left and he had that whole video of kick rocks, right? Kick rocks, my friend. Leave. Go. I hope you have a great career somewhere else. You don't want to be here, don't be here. I'm not gonna force you, but I need you to leave. Get out of here. Because if we have to go ahead and do everything we gotta do, then yeah, I definitely don't want you here because you're not showing me you have what it takes to deal with adversity. All you do is complain, period. And to be honest with you, he's been getting blown by and getting burnt left and right for the last 2 years. And the fact that I mean, we who do we have opposite of him? Poyer? Get out of here, man. A literal sellout. So now the only one we got left is Elijah Campbell as a backup, Patrick McMorris as a rookie we never played, Jordan Colbert. So what are we supposed to do? Safety is one of the biggest needs we have in offense, but I'm actually glad that we have a clarification and we're not doing the wrong thing in this instance by paying this guy because I don't think he deserves it whatsoever. That's one of the major things that we found out, in the last week or so about Javon Holland. Thank you, Miami Dolphins, for not ruining my team and paying this man because it would have been an atrocity. It would have been bad. But I'm very glad they didn't do it this one time. And if I'm not mistaken, he wanted to get paid. From the reports out there, he wanted more than 15 million a year. We just don't have that money for a player that really is not playing the way we need him to play. So I'm extremely happy with it. I'll take it. He doesn't want to be here. Don't be here then. But don't cost me money either. That's where I'm at. So he's gonna be testing out free agency this year. Mike McDaniel said in his presser as well. They're not going to be using the franchise tag on Holland, which is great. And they're definitely it doesn't look like he's based on everything McDaniel said in his press conference at the combine. Doesn't look like we're gonna sign him, and I'm glad we don't need to sign him. We do not need to sign him. So that to me, good on you, Dolphins. Thank you for not giving in. Okay. Thank you for not giving in. Okay. Yep. I remember. Thank you. I know I wasn't crazy. I know he said it. Miss Fans, many fans said some about Saban when he left, while Holland said was similar. Oh, I mean, well, that's a difference. Saban was actually warranted what fans said about Saban, but there's a difference, dude. Us saying something about a player or a coach or whatever, we're fans. We're not affecting the team like that. We're fans. We just, ooh, yay. But when you got a player out here really putting stuff out, about the coaches and things like that, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. And when you have that same set player talk crap about the fans, like you do realize without the fans, you don't get paid. So because all these billionaires are there to make money, and if the team is not making money, they're not gonna pay you. Thank you, True Blazer. We're the customers. We can say whatever we want. Like that's us. We're the ones consuming the product. But if we don't consume it, you're not gonna be there because they're not paying that money. They make money and then give you money. So we pay your bills. But we're fans. That's what we're supposed to do. So yeah. So Holland not returning, phenomenal news for the Dolphins. Don't resign him. Don't extend him. Don't franchise tag him. Let, in the immortal words of our GM, Javon Holland has earned the right to be a free agent. Let him test it out. That's it. It's just I'm tired. You don't want to be here. Clearly, you just want to cause ruckus, and clearly, you don't want to be one of those leaders you claim you want in the locker room. We don't need it. Thank you, though. And you're welcome for drafting you. That's all I got to say. You're very much welcome for us drafting you. Because I feel like some of these players forget, you know, how many people go undrafted? Just saying. Let's get back to our offensive needs, ladies and gentlemen, as you know it. We got a lot of holes for the Dolphins, and I mean a lot of holes for the Dolphins. Safety, like I said, that was definitely my number one. It's not even close. Why did I put that one number one? Because we've managed, with having a semi O line, we can't survive without a secondary, and safety is one of the safety is supposed to be, calling out the protections. Well, in theory, let's put it that way. You know what I mean? There's a lot of safeties that step up to that role, or you typically have your middle linebacker calling those plays. And at one point, he was doing that. His second year, that's what he was doing. It was between him and Jerome Baker. And they were calling out defensive plays, different looks that they saw and things like that based on what they thought the offense was gonna do. Obviously, they get it from the DC, but you know what I mean. The on-field coach typically is, a veteran linebacker or veteran safety, and he was doing it his second year. His second year is probably the best year he ever played. I don't know what happened these last 2 years. So that's why I put safety. We just literally have nobody. We can survive if we needed to with a O line. We can't survive having no starting safety. So that's why I have it as number one. The other thing we need, I just said it. We need interior O line. We need a guard. We talked about this last week when we did the end of the season review for the offensive side of the ball. Robert Hunt is your biggest loss, period, in offense. It's not even a question. There's no bigger loss in offense so far, in my opinion, that was so glaring than losing Robert Hunt. And at this point, it might have been cheaper for us to have paid him the money he wanted for somebody that knew the system, knew what we wanted to run, already has the experience we already developed. An example of that is him going to another team, getting paid, and balling out. So, yeah, that one right there, Chris Greer dropped the ball in that one. You should see there are guys that you should pay, guys you shouldn't pay. Devon Holland, you shouldn't pay him. But your best lineman, his entire career, all 4 years he was with the Dolphins, he was the best lineman you had and the most consistent one to be available for you and to give you a high performance. And that was Robert Hunt. And that's the guy we let go. That's the guy we has earned the right to walk away. Like, those are the guys you need to be able to do it. Those are the guys that you absolutely need to make it happen. So that interior line, to me, that's number two. We need, we need an interior O lineman. Got to be a guard. Guard has to be one of the major ones. Period. As a defensive guy, I need some news, lady Miss Dolphins. Give us the tea, please. I'm working on it. Is it something with safety in NFL has ever had the green dot? Make my green tea. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, snap. Michael K, I literally said middle linebacker and sometimes safeties, right? So, okay. Feel like I said both. You guys heard it here, but it's okay. It's okay. No biggie. Um, but yeah, Mr. Bull says Rubber Hunt Van Ginkel. I'm not even gonna touch Dolphin defense right now. I'm just trying to focus on the offense real quick. So in the offense, biggest miss is not re-signing Rubber Hunt, and now trying to get any guard that's not a draftee any free agent guard is gonna cost so much more. And one thing that we could rely on it with Robert Hunt more than anything else was the fact that he can stay healthy. He could stay healthy. He could stay healthy. That's like literally those were the two major things the Dolphins absolutely missed out on. It's the fact that not only was he good, but he also was available for you. I know he got injured a little bit, but overall, who doesn't get injured? He was available for you. Now, a good old lineman, if we want to pay for somebody, Trey Smith is a good free agent on lineman. He's projected to get 24 per season in free agency. At least that's what ESPN is projecting. We don't have money for that. That's the problem. That's the problem. At this point, we can really only afford to have like a mid-tier O lineman if we're gonna go through free agency. We don't really have that much more um money, if you will. So we definitely need to make sure that we actually do get somebody, but we're gonna have to continue um to take a look at other guys. Now, there are some other opportunities out there. I don't know if we want to get those, but there are some other opportunities too. You got obviously Makai Becton, Aaron Banks, you got Kevin Seatler, Patrick McCarry. So there are some other capable starters that we can go ahead and do, but in half, we just don't know. It's gonna cost a lot of money. So we gotta see exactly what we want. We gotta see exactly what we want. What we could afford more than anything else. So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. We'll see. We'll see. And you already know anybody that's available that's injured, they're top priority apparently. So they're top priority. We never truly replace Hunt and Williams. Oh no, not at all. Not even a little bit. What's up, Joe? Joe in the building, one of our awesome members. Oh, yeah. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. As far as the interior alignment, we gotta see what ends up happening. But those are the two major offensive positions that I can think of. I mean, could you do with another wide receiver? We always gonna get wide receiver. That's why it's like no point. Now that we let go of Mostert, are we gonna go ahead and pick up, running backs? Of course, we're gonna pick up running backs. You don't got Mostert, but we're gonna like pretend like we don't already have Devon H and Jalen Wright for sure. We know what they're at, and we still got the veteran Jeff Wilson Jr. in the building. Like, yeah, he may not be top tier, but he is a great change of pace running back, a veteran, great to pair up with the younger guys. So I'm not really worried about the running back room, if I'm going to be honest with you. The main thing that I would say for the running back room is, maybe getting a bruiser. But right now, we're finding that Jalen Wright is one of those good in between the tackle running backs. So I'm not too worried about the running game as far as the Dolphins. Obviously, improving the offensive line will absolutely improve the running game this year. But yeah, we already know we're gonna take a look at more wide receivers. So it's like no point in really saying it like that. Plus, we still got the young guys like Washington that didn't really get to play this season. We still got Barrio, still got injured. We still got River Creek. Like we got guys, so I'm not really too worried about that. Malik Washington, who to me is a younger, shifty version of Tyreek. So you know what I mean? That's why I'm not worried about it. Not worried about the running back, and we're always gonna bring in wide receivers. That's just no point in mentioning it. But the two like most glaring positions, in my opinion, even though I did say I was gonna talk uh, about offense first, I mentioned the top two needs for me is safety, even though I know that's defense. But offense has to be interior O line. We need a guard. But now with Teron Armstead, which is the other news with Teron Armstead, that was very interesting to me, ladies and gentlemen. Teron Armstead has done a super solid um for the Dolphins. Exactly what we needed from him, ladies and gentlemen. So Teron Armstead has restructured his contract. He's allowed the Miami Dolphins to pretty much save some money in the cap space more than anything else. I mean, and shout out to Ian Rappaport reporting this week. Um, he pretty much is taking his contract down to the minimum from 28.6 million that he was set to make this season. But let's be real. There is no way on earth Dolphins could have afforded a $30 million 75% left tackle. We just couldn't. We weren't gonna do that. Not at all. We just literally couldn't. We could not afford doing that whatsoever. So, being that he's 33 years old, he's we were probably gonna end up cutting him because that's the only way, we would have saved a few $1 million. I think it was like $4 or $5 million had we cut him. But by him restructuring and taking the minimum, it's gonna allow us to be able to have some extra cap room, and I think it's about 12 to 14 million dollars we end up saving by him restructuring the way he did. But Mike McDaniel said in his press conference at the combine that Teron Armstead is still contemplating retirement. Um, so because of that, we could expect Patrick Paul to be the one to start at left tackle for the Dolphins depth chart. Again, you're more worried about the O line than we are. That's what the Dolphins are telling you right now. Now, granted, the Toronto news came after obviously his conversation with the media, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't negate the fact that Teron Armstead, he's like, well, I'd rather not like get cut and then end up having to retire, because nobody wants me. At least with this, he still gets paid. He's still getting good money at 33. He's still able to decide, okay, if I want to retire, I still got money. Okay. But if he wants to play, he still got that opportunity, and it's not going to cost the Dolphins that much. So this gives breathing room for Teron Armstead to be able to not have to like right now decide whether he wants to play or not. It gives the team money back where he's able to go, we're able to go ahead and put that money towards different positions. And it gives us a clear idea of what to expect when it comes to Patrick Paul. I mean, I know he was a rookie last year. He had limited playing time, but at the end of the day, that's what you need. That's what you need. Miss Fizz, how about Javante Williams from Denver? Power back. Ooh, at one point I did want Javante. I don't know if he still got it in him like that though. I don't know, but I do like Javante Williams. I do like him. Um, I still think we need that power back for sure, that bruiser. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about him. I don't know how he would work. And again, really, a lot of it is gonna come into how that interior line is gonna look like, man. If we can go ahead and get that locked up, whoever we have, back there should have really good opportunities. Troy Polamalu was one of my favorite players outside of the Dolphins. Mr. Paul, that's actually one of my brother's favorite, the Steelers fan. That's his favorite player of all time. And he actually plays the same position in football. So yeah, he loves Troy Polamalu. That's like his guy. So there you go. Um, should have kept Brooks, who is being utilized well with the Packers as a power back. You couldn't carry 16 running backs, bro. You had to let somebody go. So they chose Brooks. That's what are we gonna do? That's the Dolphins for you, you know. That's the Dolphins for you. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm very happy. Thank you, Teron Armstead, for giving us an opportunity to still be able to if you want to come back, maybe. And B, it gives us the opportunity to, start looking at some other guys as well. Let's just be honest. Anybody that's thinking about retirement, you know what I mean? Then, bro, you retire. Like, there's just no other way of putting it. If you're already contemplating retirement, you retire. So Armstead being able to do that, yeah, saves us $14 million in cap space. That's amazing. Um, thank you, God. As far as yesterday is concerned, we have about 15 million in the positive column. Thank God. Thank God. Which we needed to. We needed that badly, dude. We absolutely needed that money. So I'm glad. Another Another major position that we need, well, three of them, and all three are going to be in defense. We need an off-ball linebacker, two. We need a boundary corner, and we need a interior defensive lineman. I personally feel like we need a nose tackle. Excuse me, 100%. Uh, Benito Jones is all right, but I don't think that he's everything we need. We could definitely upgrade the nose tackle position, and maybe even if we don't know what Calais Campbell wants to do. So if we need a defensive end, we might need to get one. I know we had the Sean Hand; he was pretty good, but for sure, in my opinion, we need a new nose tackle. Benito is is good for depth, good for depth, in my opinion. But we need a starting caliber, Ron Stupping maniac in that interior. That's what we need. As far as corners, guys, I mean, we just got rid of Kendall Fuller, so you already know we need to replace him. And we only got Storm Duck, Ethan Bonner. I mean, who I actually like both of them, by getting rid of Fuller, it elevates Bonner and it elevates Storm Duck. I like both of them, the production out of the two. If we can go ahead and get these guys up to speed, are they gonna end up taking a flyer and getting these younger guys to be out there? We're gonna get slaughtered. I mean, no offense, but these are young bucks. They still need time to develop. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but these guys, I like them. I think they got good upside, but they're still young. They still need more playing time. And I don't know if I can. I don't think that we can afford not to have somebody opposite of Ramsey that's a veteran, in my opinion. Like that right there, I really do think, oof, not having not having not having a somebody opposite of him, yeah, I think it's gonna really it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie, it's really gonna hurt. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Milton Williams. we gotta add somebody, and we gotta add somebody. Probably, I mean, it could come from it could come from the draft, but realistically speaking, we might have to hit up free agency when it comes to the corner position. Now, in our secondary, we only really got Jalen Ramsey as a starter that came back. Chop, Jalen, and Chop, who are still under contract. Sealer as defensive tackle, and Jordan Brooks as a linebacker. That's it. Those are the only guys we have under contract right now as starters in this defense. We need help in the defense. We don't got a starting safety. We already mentioned that. We need an opposite corner to Ramsey. We need somebody else, depending on what Calais as a DT, depending on what Calais Campbell wants to do. And I still think we need a nose tackle. So at the end of the day, the major thing more than anything else is we need the trenches, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we need. We're severely lacking the trenches, guys. Severely lacking the trenches. Now, ooh, Mr. Polk hitting it. Resign Dotson. I really like Dotson. The interior linebacker, I know we got Anthony Walker Jr., but Dotson, man, Tyrell Dodson, he did his thing. And I heard his name often in that defense. So for me, I agree. Dotson, he's good. He's a backup. Really good depth. He's a backup. And you got two edge rushers in Chubb and Phillips both coming off of injuries. What are we going to get out of these guys? You know what I mean? What are we going to get out of these guys? I don't know what to tell you, man. It's kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy because we really don't know what they're going to be like. And are they going to get injured again? And remember, we got that 5th-year option in Jalen Phillips. Nobody's going to trade of a guy that's coming off of 2 back-to-back years of season-ending injuries. So we're stuck with Phillips, in my opinion, unless we just outright cut him. But that's going to cost us a lot of that cap. I don't see us doing that. And Bradley Chubb, Jesus, if we can get rid of Bradley Chubb, that would be amazing. Uncle says Jordan Brooks, right? You talking about Jordan Brooks? Oh, I really like Jordan Brooks. Really, really, really like Jordan Brooks. But even Jordan Brooks, I don't even think we have him under contract. Or I mean, no, we do have him under contract. That's why I mentioned him earlier. But that's it. As far as your starters when it comes to being under contract, we got a lot of stuff that we still need available. But what if, and hear me out, don't, don't kill it, don't kill it, but hear me out. What if we got, and we were able to get Joey Bosa as an edge from the Chargers? Should we? Huh? I mean, I know we don't have money like that, but he already got a giant contract. He already got a giant contract, but Joey Bosa hitting the free agency market would be insane. If we got him, holy smokes. Now, according to ESPN, the Chargers are likely to release Bosa because his cap hit is $36 million and $25 million in cash not guaranteed. The only problem is he's pretty much missed half of the games in the last 3 seasons. That's the only thing, which only makes me think that he would be an even perfect player for the Dolphins because you know Greer, if you're injured, you're a Dolphin. I mean, that man is obsessed. What up, Shake Money in the building? We trade Chubb and he'll play a full season. That would, bro, that would so be us. End up trading this man, and then finally, somehow miraculously, he plays the entire season. Mitch Phins, our kicker, is as big as most of our caps. Cornerbacks, yeah. Shea Money says Bosa's going to 49ers. I know he wants to play with his brother, but show me the money. You never know. Maybe we might be able to squeeze in and get Bosa. Why not? You know what I mean? Now remember, guys, we got what? We got 7, 8 picks. We got the first 13th overall. Second round, we got the 48. 2 third-round comp picks, which are projected. Fourth rounder, 112. Fifth rounder at 149. Fifth rounder at 142. And 2 seventh rounders at 200 and 207. That's 9 picks that we have. I'm just saying. He's injured. He already sounds like a Miami Dolphin. And him was Weaver? Yo. Cut Chubb, whatever. At this point, I mean, make it post June 1st, cut him. And bring in that guy. Holy smokes. Oh man, I'm already salivating. That would be amazing. Getting Joey Bosa. Amazing. Why not? Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. Guys, if you're liking what you see so far, thank you so much. Support Miss Fans. Easy peasy. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's continue. Another guy that we could maybe perhaps consider would be Bengals defensive lineman Sheldon Rankings. It looks like they're about to get him, cut him because again, cap situations. And if the Bengals do, he might be a decent option for us, a defensive tackle. If we can't get Calais Campbell to come back, he might not be a bad guy to consider if I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with you. Now understand this. We got Chop as the edge. Brooks is one of our interior linebackers. Phillips and the opposite edge. Bradley Chubb right now is quote unquote, listed as, even though he's not on ESPN, but you know what I mean. He's a backup to Chop Robinson, right? We still need an interior inside linebacker. I've always wanted a middle linebacker, but we'll never get one of those. So we still need another inside linebacker. We got to see another one of the missing pieces that we need. But let me tell you something. If we do release Chubb, it would make sense. We'd be saving post June 1st, obviously. close to $20 million in cap savings. Even if we take that money and give it to Bosa, I would rather do that than have Chubb at this point. We overpaid like you wouldn't believe. He was never the play, man. We should have gotten Roquan Smith. I'm still so mad at that trade. When both guys were available, I was screaming at the Dolphins, please get Roquan. Roquan is the guy. And what does he do? He goes for a third round pick. What do? No, we give up a first and we pay practically a max contract to this dude, making almost $30 million a year. I know we talked about Chris Greer. He got a whole. But bro, there's some of them where I'm like, no, you got. They got you on this one, and Chubb was definitely one of them. I'm still trying to figure out why we paid this man that ridiculous contract. You're right, Mr. Polk. Chubb got hurt in a game we were losing by 36 points or something like that. He should have never been playing. Put in the rookies, let them get some playing time. But no. So yeah, so that would be amazing. Saving an extra 20 mil, dude. I'll take it. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. But we need that lineman situation. We need linemen. We need the trenches. So yeah, that's where I'm at when it comes to that lineman stuff. Excuse me. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's the major thing. Now, saving some money with Teron, that was great. If we do, which we probably should, cut him post June 1st, or find somebody that wants to trade for Chubb, and maybe we can get maybe like a fifth. If we're lucky, a fourth, but really like a fifth or a fifth and a sixth, or even a sixth at this point for Chubb. That's where we gotta go. We gotta get rid of that contract, man. We need the money, and I just think we overpaid yet again. I don't see him being somebody that we can move forward with. Like, I just don't. The man already missed a year and change. Just cut him already. So that's where I'm at with this defense. So we got some glaring holes with the Dolphins right now that it just only makes sense where we gotta get rid of some of these heavier contracts that we got. Like, some of these, I'm almost like, what were we thinking in getting these contracts out there? Like, so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Shout out to Teron Armstead making his stuff. In other news, we have claimed off of waivers Ryan Cooper, cornerback. So we gotta see what that young man has for us. What we're able to go ahead and gain from him. Hopefully, he's somebody that we can go ahead and get some productivity. See what he got. Obviously, we're always gonna be bringing in guys, so that's to be expected, guys. Um, so I'm not too entirely surprised by that. Um, I would say more than anything else, we do need to focus on the trenches, the trenches, the trenches, the trenches. We need help in that D line. We need help in that O line. May the number one thing is a guard. We need a guard. Like that's just. Do you go after it? In the draft. Do you go after it in what do you call it? In free agency? You know, and no offense, but if you're not getting a yeah, exactly. Cat body for Cooper. Exactly. We need him. Man, my train of thought just kind of left. But if you're not getting a offensive lineman in the top 10, in my opinion, you're not getting a guy. You're just not. An interior O lineman, you got to get him like top 10. You got to get him top 10. People get mad because Chubb got hurt playing meaningless games and then called Tyreek a quitter. I mean, not wrong with that one. Miss Fins, I'm also a Spurs fan. This is a lot for us. So- dude. Hey, I'm a Heat fan. And look at what we're going through, man. So trust me. I'm right there with you. Wait, didn't Wembayama get hurt or something like that? I think that's what you're upset about. Wemby, he's the one that got hurt. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Sorry. Um. So yeah, that's where I'm at when it comes to it. I'm glad we're not paying. The highlight is essentially we're not gonna be moving forward with Javon Holland. That is a right move by the Dolphins. Shout out to Teron Armstead saving us some major money. Obviously, this is slated for post June 1st to be able to maximize it. Okay. But shout out to him. Um sorry, excuse me. Chubb, in my opinion, like I said, needs to be a post June 1st as well cut for us to maximize savings with him and his injury. We need a cut bait, period. Oh, Mike McDaniel also said in his press conference about Tyreek Hill. Um, Tyreek, it looks like he's going to be taking and getting his his wrist surgery that he put off. He's doing it this off season, and he's expected to be back for training camp. So at least Mike McDaniel confirmed that for us. We know Tyreek will be back with the team. We know Tyreek in this whole trade room. I mean, anybody could still get traded. Let's look. Everybody's job is not safe. Let's be honest. But we told you this before the season, and then we're not. The minute he came out here with that Tua's my guy, I'm sorry, Tua situation. I'm like, you know what that means? That means we're keeping him, and that means we ain't going nowhere. That's what that means. He's doing his little mea culpa, worldwide tour, yada yada yada. That's why I'm like, okay, we're keeping Tyreek. That means we're still running it back, just like everybody thought we would. And I was saying it jokingly, last off season, man, watch us. We're gonna run it back because we're the Dolphins, and that's exactly what we're end up doing it. Um, but yeah, the key major things the Dolphins need, guys, especially for offense alone, just offense alone. We desperately need an interior O lineman. We need a guard, man. We need a guard. We can survive with Brewer as a center. That works for us. But we massively need a guard. Massively. It's not even, it was the most glaring need in offense, in my opinion. And it goes to show that it was a big bust not keeping Rubber Hunt out of anybody. And you know what? Now I can talk about it because I was talking about defense too. Not keeping Van Ginkel and Rubber Hunt were the two biggest mistakes I think Greer did last year. Besides signing everybody to an extension, because that was egregious. Everybody was already getting paid and they were all already under contract. There was zero need for us to be able to extend all these people. But moving on. Not signing Van Ginkel and not signing Rubber Hunt, two major L's. Two major L's. Van Ginkel ended up being up for Defensive Player of the Year. He was literally being considered for Defensive Player of the Year. Like, nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. We need a safety. I told you this. We don't have a safety. Poyer, gone. Get him out of here. He can't leave my town any faster. Javon Holland, kick rocks. Javon Holland. There you go. Right back at you. And then, like I said, we need an interior D lineman. I still think we need a nose tackle. Benito Jones move him into the backup role. I think will be perfectly fine for us. We still need D linemen. We need somebody to replace Calais Campbell because we don't know if he's going to be here or not. If he's going to he's contemplating retirement already, but we don't know if he's going to actually retire or come back or go to a contending team. We're not a contending team. Anybody that tries to tell you stop. Can we put ourselves in a position to contend? Sure. It's going to take a lot of maneuvering and it's going to take us hitting on our draft pick for sure. But do I see us being like a legit, let me just put playoff contender? Forget anything else. Just a playoff contender. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. Like, so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Sorry, give me a second. Oh, gosh. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We need a linebacker. We need a corner opposite of which that was another. I don't know if I would have gotten rid of Kendall Fuller. I mean, you're gonna have to pay for a corner, a veteran corner to go opposite of him. Still develop your young guys in Storm Duck and Ethan Bonner, but you need a veteran. You need to lock up that opposite side. You need a veteran for it. We're gonna have to pay for it in free agency. It's very rare when you got these freshmen put into the right situation, like a Cooper DeJean, to come out here and really be able to be extremely dominant right off the bat. You know what I mean? Now, do I think we have the right DC for it? Absolutely. And Weaver, I trust. We just need the personnel, and it's doesn't often happen to to have a guy hit like that right away. Ben Ginkgo wanted to stay. Exactly. He even was willing to take a hometown discount, but we disrespecting him. The man literally wanted, what was it? I think no, it's either we offered him 5 million a year and he wanted more, which he ended up getting 8 million a year. I think that's what it was. We offered him 5, he wanted a little bit more. and he ended up getting 8 million a year with the opportunity to make it 10 million a year. I would have rather had him. What happened to Kamara? Mohamed Kamara is still there. He's just still, developing. That's the thing. We have guys. We still got Cameron Good somehow and Tyndall are still here. We still got guys. They're just not really showing you much. To be fair, ABG missed both playoff games, wasn't available when needed most. And you could say that about a lot of people. Um, which I understand, and it's a valid point. But you also have to understand what you're getting, you know? And to me, he was worth it, in my opinion. He absolutely was worth it. But there you have it, guys. Those were the major news we had from Miami Dolphins. So when I come here, because I know there's a couple of them that I missed out. Wanted to update you on that. I'm gonna try to see if I can do the cap show tomorrow. Really break it down up to the moves that we've done, where we're at, how much cap room do we have, how much do we need. Obviously, you guys already know it, and I'll reiterate it tomorrow. The projected salary cap for next year. It's about 277 to 285, I think, that they said they're expecting it to go up to. So we see exactly how much money we got at the time and where can we actually get it. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the cap. I'm gonna show you over the cap, spell track, break those down for us so we can have an idea. So we know what we're missing, what we need, the players we need. Now we gotta go ahead and discuss the cap and how we can, continue to make some more room and gain some more money. So we can start getting these free agents in here. And maybe even, obviously we gotta have a certain amount of money for our draft picks. We gotta see. Another one that I want to do as well coming up, I want to do a couple trades. I might do a mock draft, just like a quick one, just to see, where do we see us at as far as the draft is concerned. And the reason being is, should we trade out of the 13th pick and try to pick up some more? Because I think that's something that maybe some of us might not be thinking, but if if we can still get a guy that we want, and let's say we can get him at 15, 16, 17, 18, and pick up maybe like an extra first or at least 2 seconds, swap first round picks and get 2 second round picks this season, I'm up for it. We got a lot of things we need to address. So if we can trade back maybe a couple spots and pick up some extra assets, I'm with it. It is a top 15 pick, which is a good thing that we have. Um, so yeah, so we're gonna talk about that once we do that pick. What's today? Today is Wednesday. We could probably do that Friday. We could probably take a look at that Friday. And then we can kind of do, that one mock draft, see what we can do. What is it? What is the trade value for 13th overall pick? Which I know that there's like a formula, a certain amount. They do it by points just so that they can make sure that it's even, right? So the first round pick for us, the 13th, you need 1150. You need 1150. So 1150 is what you need. Real quick, just so you guys can see this. This is fun. Let me type it down. So we need 1150, right? If we were to trade down to, let's say, I don't know. I'm trying to see who would be a good trade partner. Uh, Maybe Pittsburgh, maybe. It depends on what we want and what we expect to get. You know what I mean? When you're taking a look at the when you're taking a look at it right now, the Tankathon has us as picking Malachi Stark, safety out of Georgia, 6'1", 205 pounds. Good guy. I mean, I keep hearing Malachi being, slated to us. I don't think that's a bad pick at all. Especially for the fact that we desperately need a safety. And to me, I think he's the number one ranked safety regardless. So having, Malachi Starks, I think he would be a great position for us to get him. I don't know if I want to get him at 13 though. You see what I mean? Like that's my only thing. So maybe if we can perhaps, what's a team behind us that what is it? Maybe we could trade down to Arizona, who might want an edge, and instead of letting um Atlanta get it, they might want to get it, or even the Bengals, who also want an edge. Maybe we could trade with them at 17. They can go pick up their edge that they want. You know what I mean? Because we've got Atlanta, we got Arizona, and we got the Bengals all needing edge rushers. You know what I mean? And those of them right now, they're they're the higher ranked edge rushers. So if you want to go ahead and do it, and that's just saying if James Pierce is gone and Mikael Williams is gone too, then you want to. I'm not even considering Abdul Carter is not dropping like that. So stop, people. But if you want to go ahead and and they want to go ahead and move up so they can get one of these other guys who are still in the first round, then I don't see why we couldn't trade down to the Bengals. And if we did that, just so you guys understand, we traded down to the Bengals, that'll be 950, right? So that's a switch, minus 950. We'd be swapping picks. But that means that we would need at least 200 more points from the Bengals. Okay, what else do the Bengals got? Let's see, Cincinnati. They got the second round pick, number 49. I think that would definitely get it done. They also got the third round pick, pick 80. But I think if we swap first and picked up that 49th overall, I think that could definitely make it happen for us. You know, swapping and then picking up that extra second round pick, I think that would be good. And that would actually give the Dolphins an opportunity to have what we haven't had, which right now we've got that one first round pick and we got one other second round pick. That's where we're at right now. One first round pick, one second round pick. If we were to go ahead and gain that extra second round pick, that would be great. Because remember, we got those two third round picks. So we would be at the 48th and 49th. So we could literally pick back to back positions. You see what I mean? That would be something that would work. Mrs. Who we draft will take a contract in Bitcoin. Oh, maybe. No way we get a few seconds to trade down a few spots. Exactly. I get it, which is why I broke it down. But I think that would work. That would work. The only way we get the swap in the first and get two picks in addition to that is if again we end up getting that 80th pick in the third round and maybe Cincinnati's fourth round pick, something like that. Then that would actually end up being equivalent. So we swapping first, getting a third and a fourth, or swapping first and getting that second, that 49. So we'd end up picking back to back. Heck, we might even be able to take their 49th pick and trade back from that if we could still get a guy that we want in that second round and pick up even more, just to try to stack up some picks. So that's just something that we're gonna discuss how it works and breaks down. I'm gonna show it to you, pull it up, I always do. So that way you could see the values of each trade because there is a formula that teams go by, so that way you're getting a good value. For what's up, Adam S, one of our awesome members. Appreciate you. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that is Miss Phins. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Please hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. You like the content? Go ahead and subscribe as well. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. And as always, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.